In this lecture, we'll be taking a look at loop controls which are available with for as well as while loop. Here we can see that continue, break and else are the controls which are used to modify the behavior of while and for loop. So when we say break, the loop exits basically. So whatever is inside the body is not executed at all and loop exits. When we say continue, the certain portion of the body is not executed and the control goes back to the body and starts afresh. And else is executed only when the loop exits normally. So to explore this, we'll be going through an example which will make us understand the functionality of these three controls. Now here you can see that we have certain variables defined, like a password is set to random, then we have input variable, then we have valid set to false, count set to 0 and max allowed as 3. What we are trying to do over here is if the password is incorrect or if the password entered by the user is incorrect, in that case we are setting the count to value, incrementing it by 1, and we are checking it if the user has exhausted all its attempts or not. The max allowed value is 3. So we say if the count is greater than max allowed, it will just break. When we say break, it will exit out the loop and simply go to line number 16 over here, and it will say access denied because valid is set to false. And here we are checking if valid true, otherwise access denied. Now when we say that if count is equal to 2 and continue, what it will do is it will skip this line 12 and it will go back to line number 1 and start afresh. So user will be asked to enter the password and then the count value will be checked and it will again execute. Now if everything goes fine and user enters the correct password, the loop will exit normally, and in that case the else block will be executed, the value of valid will be set to true, and then finally it will say access granted. So let's go ahead and take a look at it now. So here you can see first time it has executed, it says 1, enter password. Let's enter a password which is incorrect and press enter. You can see that it goes to 3 directly because when we entered this password, the loop was executed again, count was set to 2 and this condition was met, count equals 2 and set continue. So when continue was hit, this statement line number 12 was skipped and it went again at the beginning. So here it again said the value count equals count plus 1 and it became 3, and since 3 is not greater than max allowed for now, we are getting this line number 12. Let's enter one more time a wrong password and press enter, and here you can see it says access denied because valid is still false, the else block was not executed. Now let's go ahead and rerun it one more time, and this time we'll be entering correct password. So here we'll say random, and there you go, it says access granted because in this case the else block was executed and the value of valid was set to true, and finally it printed access granted. So this is how we can make use of loop controls to alter the behavior of for as well as while loop